And that's why you've always felt people before you understood them. You read the room without trying. You sense the truth long before anyone says a word. You weren't imagining it. Your system was built this way. What you're feeling is the signature of the Siriusian Origin. Souls from Sirius move through the world differently, not by force, not by logic first, but through a deeper inner alignment that begins with connection. This video is part of the StarSeedSoul project, a system that explores how your inner architecture, your frequency, and your way of moving through life are shaped by your origin. If you're a Siriusian soul, there's a moment in your life you've probably felt again and again, the quiet sense that you understand people long before they understand themselves. You don't rush into explanations. You don't push your perspective. You simply feel what is happening beneath the surface, as if the emotional field around you speaks in a language only you can hear. And this isn't sensitivity in the usual sense. It's orientation. It's how your inner system stabilizes itself. Before you think, you attune. Before you act, you align. Before you choose, you sense the state of the connection. This is why you can walk into a space and immediately know whether it's right for you. Why certain people feel instantly safe, while others create an internal dissonance you can't ignore. It's why your relationships, your environment, and the emotional tone around you affect you more strongly than they do others. You're not dramatic. You're not fragile. You're not overreacting. Your system reads resonance first. It always has. And when that resonance is right, something inside you clicks into place, quietly, naturally, unmistakably. If you recognize this movement in yourself, you're already speaking the language of your origin. At the core of every Siriusian soul is one unmistakable movement. Your entire inner system orients itself through connection. This doesn't mean attachment, dependence, or emotional intensity. It means that your first point of reference in any situation is the relational field itself. The subtle tones between people, the atmosphere of a space, the unspoken rhythm of interaction. Before your mind analyzes, before your body commits, before your energy engages, you feel the state of between. And this between becomes your compass. You can sense sincerity, tension, alignment, or distortion long before others catch it. You feel when someone's words match their inner state. And when they don't, you can tell when a conversation is safe to open, when a boundary is needed, when someone is overwhelmed even if they look calm. This isn't guesswork. It's the quiet precision of a system that reads relational truth as easily as others read facial expressions. This is why you create immediate harmony when you're at ease. People feel understood around you, even without effort on your part. You bring coherence simply by being fully present. And when you're not at ease, when the relational field is off, your entire inner system shifts. You may feel drained without knowing why, activated without obvious cause, or pulled to withdraw even when you can't explain it logically. For a Siriusian soul, relationships are not a category of life. They are the structure through which life becomes readable. When the connection is right, everything else clarifies. Decisions feel simple. Energy flows naturally. The world feels navigable again. You don't chase people or seek intensity. You seek resonance. And when resonance is there, you experience a deep internal alignment that feels like exhaling after holding your breath for too long. This is your first theme, the primacy of connection as your inner orientation system. The second core theme of a Siriusian soul is the way your energy moves. For you, energy doesn't ignite from pressure or ambition. It rises from alignment. When something feels right in your relational field, your system activates almost instantly. You become clear, warm, focused, and quietly powerful. But when something feels off, when there is tension, inconsistency, or emotional dissonance, your energy contracts. You don't force yourself forward. You pause. You wait. You listen inwardly for the moment when the field settles again. This unique energetic pattern can confuse people who expect motivation to look loud or linear. For you, motivation is responsive. It's not about pushing yourself through resistance, but about recognizing when your system is actually ready, when the field around you is coherent. You can move with an extraordinary fluidity, finishing in hours what others struggle with for days. But try to act in a disconnected or misaligned environment, and your energy feels scattered, dull, or strangely distant from your own intentions. This is why you are sensitive to emotional tone, to the quality of presence in others, to the stability of your surroundings. You draw energy from relational clarity. When you trust the situation, your inner fire awakens. When you don't, your energy dims, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. Your system knows the cost of moving against itself. And you've likely noticed something else. When you are in resonance, you naturally energize others. Your warmth, your steadiness, your quiet confidence, they become a source of strength for those around you. People feel uplifted simply by being near your aligned state. This is not something you do intentionally. It's a natural extension of your frequency. For a Siriusian soul, energy is not a force you manufacture. It's a response to connection, clarity, and truth. It rises when the field is right, and when it rises, it is unmistakable. If this resonates so far, make sure you pause for a moment and support the channel. Like this video, subscribe, tap the bell so you don't miss the next origin, and leave a comment if you recognize these patterns in yourself. And if you want deeper insights and daily transmissions, you'll find the link to the StarSeedSoul Telegram channel below, as well as the highlights on Instagram, where all 24 origins are explained in simple, clear language. The third core theme of a Siriusian soul is your relationship with the material world. For you, the physical layer of life is not simply a set of tasks or obligations. It is a landscape that must feel grounded, safe, and coherent before you can fully inhabit it. When your environment supports you through stability, harmony, or a sense of emotional clarity, your practical decisions become effortless. You act with calm precision. You build steadily. You follow through. But when your surroundings feel chaotic, emotionally sharp, or energetically unpredictable, the material world becomes heavier for you than for most. Even simple actions can feel strangely complicated, as if your system is refusing to anchor into a space that doesn't feel right. This is why certain places feel instantly nourishing to you, while others drain you the moment you enter. It's why you may prefer environments with warmth, softness, or emotional gentleness. Your body responds directly to the quality of the field around you. When the field is harmonious, your physical presence strengthens. When it isn't, your system withdraws, not out of avoidance, but out of a deep instinct for self-preservation. You are not someone who forces yourself to adapt to unstable situations. Instead, you seek the quiet structure that lets your inner clarity emerge. A well-arranged room, a predictable routine, a supportive person nearby. These seemingly small elements can transform your entire material experience. They anchor you. They give your system a foundation from which to act. And when you do find the right environment, something remarkable happens. Your practical abilities expand. You become reliable, steady, capable of sustained effort. You don't rush, but you don't break rhythm either. You move with a grounded intelligence that others often underestimate because it looks effortless. For a Siriusian soul, the material world only unlocks its flow when the emotional world is at peace. Once that peace is present, your physical steps become clear, natural, and beautifully consistent. The shadow side of a Siriusian soul appears when the relational field you depend on becomes unstable, unclear, or emotionally inconsistent. Because you orient yourself through connection, dissonance in others can feel like dissonance inside your own body. When someone withdraws suddenly, speaks without alignment, or shifts their tone in ways you can't predict, your system enters a state of quiet hypervigilance. You begin scanning for coherence, trying to understand what changed, trying to restore harmony even when it isn't your responsibility. In these moments, you may absorb what doesn't belong to you. You may take on tension that originated in someone else. You may overextend in relationships, offering emotional steadiness while quietly losing your own. The desire to maintain connection can turn into self-abandonment. The instinct to harmonize can become a habit of shrinking your needs to protect the field. Another shadow emerges when your energy contracts. When the environment is off, you may lose momentum, clarity, or direction. Others might misinterpret this as lack of discipline or inconsistency. But for you, it is a signal your inner system refusing to move in a direction that feels wrong. The danger is not in pausing. The danger is in thinking the pause means something is wrong with you. And on the material level, shadow shows up as overwhelm. When emotional noise builds, the physical world becomes heavier. Tasks that once felt simple now feel tangled. You may retreat from responsibilities not because you don't care, but because your system is overloaded and trying to protect itself from further dissonance. The deepest shadow of a Siriusian soul is forgetting your own center while trying to hold the center for others. You lose yourself in the relational field you're meant to navigate, not inhabit entirely. But shadow isn't failure. It's a message. It's your system saying, come back to yourself. The field does not define you. You define how you move through it. The evolution path of a Siriusian soul begins when you stop trying to regulate the emotional field around you and start regulating the one within you. Your growth unfolds the moment you recognize that connection is your compass, not your cage. You don't need every relationship to be harmonious. You only need to stay attuned to the relationships that resonate with your true frequency. As you evolve, your energy becomes less reactive and more intentional. Instead of waiting for the field to align before you act, you learn to create micro-alignment within yourself. A breath, a pause, a return to your own center. From that place, your natural warmth becomes clearer, steadier, and no longer dependent on others' emotional states. Materially, your path is about building spaces, routines, and structures that support your sensitivity rather than challenge it. When you consciously choose environments that nourish you, your groundedness strengthens, and your actions become deeply consistent. And finally, your logic matures into clarity without sharp edges. You begin to distinguish what is yours and what you've been carrying for others. You stop absorbing and start observing. The highest evolution of a Siriusian soul is this: moving through the world with an open heart, a steady inner flame, and a center that remains yours, no matter the field around you. If you're curious about your own origin and want to understand the deeper structure of how your inner system works, you can enter the portal anytime. The link is below. It will guide you to the origin that matches your frequency. And if you already know your origin, you can explore the full PDF inside the portal. It goes much deeper than this video and gives you a complete, structured understanding of your inner architecture. The link is in the description. And one more thing, something people love most about the Starseed soul system. Once you know your origin and the origin of another person, we can calculate the exact frequency of your relationship. And this isn't limited to romantic partners. It works for friendships, family bonds, business partnerships, creative collaborations, any connection where two inner systems meet. Every relationship has its own architecture, its own strengths, its own lessons, its own way of unfolding. And when you know the origins involved, the relationship stops feeling random or confusing. You can finally see the pattern. You can understand why certain dynamics feel effortless, why others challenge you, and what the connection is actually here to teach or build. So if you want to go deeper than personal insight and explore the frequency between you and someone important in your life, the portal gives you that path as well. It's one of the most beautiful parts of this system, understanding not only who you are, but how your soul interacts with the world around you.